Let's talk about recruiting. How many of us inside the network marketing industry feel like we could improve our recruiting strategies, right? We could get better at prospecting other people to join our team. How many of us can appreciate the fact that that's a pretty important skill set? Acquiring customers is crucial, yes, of course, but inside the network marketing industry, like a franchise, the more, let's say, Subway locations we have, the more customers that are coming into our business. If you have 10 Subways and I have 2 Subways, we're both getting customers, but you're probably making more money. But with a franchise, the downside is that's massive overhead, massive risk. So with network marketing, what's beautiful is everybody that comes in is starting their own little franchise. Each person that joins your team, they're starting their own business. You're not necessarily taking on the risk, they are. And the risk is a couple $100, $500, $1,000, depending on the company. If you're a part of a company that's international, you could literally make money around the clock if you can create a team of customer getters and other business builders like you, people that want to build a team, that want to make big money. You have to start looking at business differently when you get involved in network marketing, where this is not a sales job. You're not in this just to make a one-time commission. If you have a team, you are going to have more customers naturally, because for every one distributor, they're out there getting 4, 5, 6, 10 customers, and that's a lot of people doing a little bit. So how do you get better at recruiting? Number one, you gotta get excited. Some people say, John, I am excited. You gotta tell your face. Nobody can tell. You're not going live, you're not posting, you're not engaging your audience, you're not excited when you're reaching out to people, you're not calling people up on the phone, you're not using the audio recorder on Facebook Messenger. These are all the strategies I use. If I connect with a complete stranger on Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram, whatever, and they're interested in a home business, I know I gotta get on the phone with them. I gotta at least use the audio recorder. I need them to hear my tonality and my enthusiasm, because I can't get that excited by typing. I couldn't get someone excited by them reading my messages. Does that make some sense? Like, I wouldn't get excited if someone just sent me a paragraph of what they do. I need to hear about it, right? I'd rather be ignorance on fire than knowledge on ice. Number 2, don't chase or beg. Persuasion is one thing. Encouraging and recommending is one thing. But begging and chasing, not interested. You see, it's a lot like dating. If I would have pursued Nadia 15 years ago, like trying to beg and convince her, she would have had zero interest. She would have been like, oh, I'm not interested. That was when her accent was much thicker. I want to encourage and recommend. I don't want to beg and convince you. Because then I got to beg and convince you to make a list. I got to beg and convince you to follow the system. I got to beg and convince you to make a video. I got to beg and convince to get you to go to events. I don't want to convince you to go to events. I don't want to convince you to call your A list or call your list period. I don't want to convince you to plug into training and be coachable. You're looking for the hungry. You're looking for people that are like, look, tell me what to do. Not the ones that you feel like you're chasing and begging and oh, I got them in. Now they're in, but they're not doing anything, right? Become a follow-up machine. See, one of the reasons I've had a lot of success, because I stay in touch with my prospects. I drip on them. You're gonna plant a lot of seeds. Maybe you're using private Facebook communities like I always teach. Maybe you're using videos, DVDs, webinars. Maybe you're using a capture page system where you have people opt into an email list, and then you're dripping on them, sending them emails periodically. You're sending them text messages. There's different systems and tools out there, but you've got to get organized. Follow-up is crucial. See, most people don't join after the first exposure. I personally use reminders. I set reminders that follow up with certain people. Most people aren't gonna pursue me and go, hey, take my money. It just doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way, especially when we're new, right? I also like to use a follow-up book. This is every person I've exposed to my business. My goal is to load this list up every single day. Every day, all day, every day. I want to get names in this column. So you should just have name, phone number, and notes. On average, I'll sign up, let's say 3 to 5 per page. So I'm gonna go back to 2 pages ago. I've already signed up on this page, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I circle their name when they sign up. The page before that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Signed up 6 on that page. Page before that, 1, 2, 3, 4, only 4 on that page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on that page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that page. Do you understand? So you are overthinking it. I don't overthink it like you do. I look at it like this. I'm going to sign up about 5 to 6 of these names, maybe a bad week, 3 to 4. But I know every week I'm going to sign people up in my business. So there's 17 spaces on here. If I'm signing up, let's say 4 to 6 people out of 17, shouldn't the mindset be how quickly can I fill that page and get to the next page and get to the next page and get to the next page? Stop getting so hung up on 2 or 3 people. Oh, you know, my cousin said he was going to join. He didn't do it yet. Okay, great. Who are the next 16, 17 people we can talk to? Forget about your cousin. Look, some will, some won't, some wait. So what? Next. Actually, let's throw in an extra SW. Some watch. Some watch. So some people are just going to watch you. They're not going to join you right now, but they will join you later if you continue to pursue your goals. You continue to build the business. Some people want to see how serious you are because they're talking smack now because they don't think you're going to stay committed. It's too good to be true to become a pro athlete. It's too good to be true to become $1 million earner in network marketing. It's too good to be true to win the lottery, but people do it every day. All right, people go pro every day. Now, that doesn't mean it's a high percentage. There's not going to be a high percentage of $1 million earners in network marketing either. But if you only made $200,000 a year, would that be okay? Wait, most of you are struggling with recruiting because you don't get yourself out of the way enough. You are making you the issue. You got to get yourself out of the way. Out of the last 10 people you prospected, how many of them did you introduce to your upline? How many group chats on Facebook? I hope you all know what a group chat is at this point. If you don't, you need to learn what a group chat is. Instead of doing 3-way calls, do group chats. So I'm still talking to my people's prospects often, but I'm doing it through Facebook Messenger versus a phone call. The conversations are much easier, they're much faster, and I can do a lot more of them. Tools, systems, other people's stories. You need to get good at using these assets to build your business. Don't make it just about you. If you're the only issue, if you're constantly doing all the talking, all the convincing, answering all the questions, and the person says to you, this is what they say to you, I can't do what you do. You're great at it. You're great at sales. You're great at this. You're great at that. Like, I can't do what you do. You know why they're saying that? Because they just see you doing all the work. If you're doing a 3-way call and all you do is go, hey, Alicia, what's going on? I know you had some questions about the business. Let me introduce you to Sandy. Sandy's an expert. Sandy's got 100% of the information. Sandy's going to talk to you and answer those questions. And then I put Alicia on the phone with Sandy or in that group chat. Now Sandy is talking to Alicia. Think about this. I'm telling Alicia, how many people could you introduce to Sandy? How hard was it for me to share a video with you, add you to a Facebook group or invite you out to a meeting, whatever, and then introduce you to someone else? How difficult would that be for you? And people will laugh. They're like, what do you mean? You didn't really do anything. I'm like, I know, exactly. Now, I did something. I contacted you. I had the initial conversation, but I'm introducing you to a tool. I'm introducing you to a meeting or to a Facebook community. I'm introducing you to my upline. So the more simplistic you keep it, the more duplicatable it looks, the more interested people will be. You got to get yourself out of the way. When someone says, how does the comp plan work? What's your answer? What are you telling them? Are you saying, well, you got to build 3 teams and you got to have, 3 people that hit a certain rank, you got to do a certain amount of volume, then when you move up, you do this and this happens, and then, right? You're confusing them. If you say, oh, no problem, let me just tag you in the video that you need to watch on the comp plan. Or let me send you the YouTube link. Watch that. When you're done, if you have questions, let me know. Do you see the mindset there? Like, you're showing them how this works, using the tools, using the system, getting yourself out of the way. So I hope this helped you. If it did, feel free to share it. Feel free to share this with anybody you know that could get value from it. I appreciate you hanging out. If you want to be a part of our private Facebook community where we share a lot of training just like this for free, we have over 5,000 online entrepreneurs and network marketers inside of a private community where there's no pitching, no selling, no recruiting. If we catch you, we eliminate you. we share a lot of our exclusive training inside of that group as well. So feel free to add yourself. Just go to mylifestyleacademy.com. Feel free to add yourself to our community. See ya.